More violence over the weekend. Well, it's all kicked off again. More trouble. More mob rule. We saw it in a few of our cities yesterday. Objects being thrown at the police and more trouble. And there's been more trouble just started this afternoon in Rotherham, outside an hotel with migrants in. You might ask yourself, when is it going to end? When is this violence going to end? And riots are going to end? It looks like that it's the way it's going. It's going to carry on through the summer, and that'll be Keir Starmer's worst nightmare. He was due to go on holiday, I think, this week. I don't know whether he's still going or he's cancelled it. But of course, he's had to give another one of his speeches, threatening consequences for these rioters, throwing things and smashing things up. It's his fault. It's Starmer's fault. Every time he opens his big mouth and accuses the people of being far right, there's always trouble follows. I think he must be off script. I think there's going to be more trouble, I think, this week. I don't think it's ever going to end. It probably will end, but when? We don't know. But as I say, this is no way to put your point across by rioting. And I don't know what the rest of the world thinks of us when they see this. They think to themselves, the English rioting? They must say to themselves, we don't usually riot like they do in other countries. Like France, I mean, they know how to riot in France when they start anything, but in the UK, we don't usually do this kind of thing. Well, it doesn't happen very often. The last time we had this kind of trouble was Black Lives Matter, when everybody was taking the knee, as it were. That was ridiculous. I mean, Starmer and Rayner did that. I mean, to think that he's now Prime Minister. He took the knee to Black Lives Matter. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, how he became Prime Minister. But like I said, it's every time he opens his mouth, he puts his foot in it. I mean, by calling people far right, he's going to feel the backlash at the next election, because what's going to happen if he gets that these people who he's accusing of being far right voted for him? And I think he's going to find that they won't vote for him again at the next election. He will lose his majority, and he'll probably lose some of his MPs as well. But he won't listen. I suppose his advisors are telling him to be careful what he says, but he's not listening. But, well, it's his own fault if he suffers at the next election. Things gone off again. He suffers at the next election, which he will. The people, the voters will remember what he said, calling them far right. They won't forget this. They'll never forgive him for it, for saying it. He's going to find himself in some hot water come the next election. Because, like I just said, accusing the people of this country of being far right, they've not going to like it. They're going to take out their frustration on him and his party at the next election. So, I mean, you had the same with Sunak. He called people far right not long ago. So, but Starmer, well, he's out of his league. He doesn't look Prime Minister. I don't think he knows what he's doing. He can't seem to find a way of stopping the trouble at the moment. I mean, who's he going to turn to for help? Well, I can tell you who he's going to turn to. Tony Blair. Because the longer these riots go on, eventually he'll pick up the phone and ask Tony Blair for his advice. What to do and how to stop it. I mean, you can blame Blair. He's the one who caused all this. It's his fault. He opened the borders when he became Prime Minister, letting them in, and of course now everything has exploded, and it's a little bit. It's getting out of control. How I don't know how he's going to stop it. He'll have to find a way. I don't know what he'll do. But like I said, calling people far right who are not far right. I mean, I'm now going to upload this video onto YouTube. Does that make me far right? Just because I'm talking about it and keep talking about immigration, people who are fed up of it. It used to be the same when everybody was, years ago, when everybody was kept against immigrants coming to the country. They used to call us, everybody, racist. Well, now that stigma has worn out, they've now got a new saying, far right. Well, but it's like I said, it's just going to get worse. But every time there's trouble, Starmer will be in Downing Street lecturing everybody. You're going to face the consequences of your actions. From what I've seen on the TV, well, it is vandalism, wanton destruction. So, but I mean, you know what? I mean, now we've got the Muslim Defence League. They've decided to want to join in, wandering around, making threatening chants and brandishing weapons. They were, especially in Stoke-on-Trent yesterday, they were walking about with weapons. And what did the police do? Nothing. The Stoke-on-Trent finest didn't do anything. They just stopped. They just stood there and watched without making any attempt to get the weapons off them. I mean, some of the police in this country are absolute cowards when they're dealing with this. Of course, they dare not do anything, because if they did, they'd be called racist, and that's what they're frightened of. I mean, when the Palestinian mob been marching, were the police ready for wearing riot gear, helmets, and having shields, and having police officers on horseback? No, that was another example of looking the other way. People have been saying for the last few weeks that we have a two-tier policing. Well, we've seen that when the Palestinian marches have been going on. And I suppose soon, once these perpetrators have been brought to justice and caused this trouble, we shall witness two-tier justice. Well, anyway, that's the end of my video. Mr. Politics here signing off, and I'll see you all again in another video.